Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode here at the Debate Circle. We are in the Mount Kenya region and we cannot wait to crown the winning champions of this region. And the motion of dissection reads, affirmative action programs designed to specifically empower women financially are detrimental to achieving a financially inclusive society. I'll read the motion of dissection again. Affirmative action programs designed to specifically empower women financially are detrimental to achieving a financially inclusive society. Proposing and opposing this motion is Ngararia Girls Secondary School versus Baricho Boys High School. All the best to both teams. Team proposition first speaker, you have 3 minutes.
Power, wealth, finance, and equality. These are things men have been and are still in search of up to date. Hence the creation of affirmative action programs. Affirmative action programs are aimed at empowering women financially. Yes, we agree with this. And though they have the right idea, they are still not on the right track. Affirmative action programs tend to impart the stereotypical attitude that is present in today's society. That is why I, Sarah McKenna of Ngararia Girls, am here to propose that affirmative action programs are in fact damaging the financial inclusivity in our society today. The society currently, as I've said before, is very stereotypical towards women. Women are seen as weaker than men. Women are seen that they cannot financially improve themselves without help. And these affirmative programs do not help in any way with that. They make women feel as if they cannot achieve anything on their own, and hence they reinforce the stereotypical attitude. They perpetuate a sense of dependability and inferiority to the women. This is wrong for them. And though they try to help, we still don't agree with them. I rest my case there since I have no more to say. Thank you.
I love women. Ladies in the house, say hi, Rodney. Ladies in the house, say hi, Rodney. So ladies in the house, I'm here for your betterment. I'm here promoting methods that will lead for your development in society. The name, as I've said, is Rodney Samuel Tega, and I'm here vehemently opposing the motion that affirmative action programs designed to empower women financially being detrimental to achieving a financially inclusive society. Allow me to start by the definition of terms so that you don't get lost in the jargons. Unintentionally means not done on purpose. Affirmative action programs means various government policies or programs aimed particularly at increasing the proportion of women in various sectors. In this debate, we'll be discussing about finance mostly. Hinder means to make difficult, to hamper, to obstruct. Then we go to financial inclusivity. Financial inclusivity means that every person is able to work, be paid, and participate in the economy of his or her country. Okay, let me start by the various affirmative action programs that have been working in Africa. From 2020 to 2023, it has been declared by the AU the decade of empowering women in finance. And three major programs have been set up by the government. The first one, Affirmative Finance Action for Women in Africa, AFAWA, set up by the AU. The second one, Kenyan Women Financial Trust. This was a pre-existing one, but still works to help women. The third, Financial Assistance for Women, the FAW, set up by the African Development Bank. The proposition will come and tell us that these programs will actually come and lead to gender inequality. But in actuality, how do we expect women to compete in a system they are not built for? The stock exchange is a city of testosterone and suits. Females are really underrepresented. True or true? True. So we need them. We can't just be telling our women, get into finance, get into finance. Well, they have been doing household jobs for a majority of the time since 1980s. For the longest time, they have been seen to be doing household chores. True or true? So in order to get women into finance, we need to give them the stepping stones. And this is exactly what affirmative action provides. The principles of affirmative action, the two main ones is the first one is giving equal education. Note, not giving women better education. it's giving them equal education. The second one is encouraging women to join leadership positions in finance. Do note, there was a previous debate held on who makes better leaders, women or men. Guess who won? Women won. So as you can see, and even if they won, even if you have such great examples, we have Malala, we have our own Professor Wangari Maathai, we have Jennifer Riara, the CEO of the Kenya Women Trust Fund. Even though we have so many good examples of women, they're really still underrepresented. There's still so much more they can do. That's why I'm saying we should promote these programs so that we give the women a better fighting chance in society and in finance. Let us not hinder them from development. Let us make society financially inclusive by including women. We cannot move forward as a society when half of us are held back, a quote by Malala. And to broaden on my point, okay, let me tie up. I think it's really a shame for women to be against women, enemy of themselves, as the proposition is coming to do. So women, ladies in the house, please join our side, and together, let us make women better. Thank you.
Women, women, women. I need you to stand on your own. My name is Zana Karemi from the Great Sacred Heart Ngararia Girls, ready to propose the motion stated above by my fellow opponent. 1, believe. It's giving women a belief. These affirmative action programs are giving women a belief, a notion, a mindset that they can do things on their own. They need to rely on these action groups, which is not the case. Women need to stand. It's making women become voiceless. It's making women become inferior because they think they need to be helped. Women are becoming parasites towards these action groups. They're becoming lazy because they know that, I'm going to be helped in one way or another. Exclusion of marginal groups. According to according to National Gender and Equality Commission, 339 billion shillings was given to women to empower them. What if that money, they would use it to empower someone in those marginal groups, the disabled, people from Turkana who actually need basic necessities. Instead, you want to empower a woman who can stand on her own and face life. Resentment and backlash. These affirmative action programs, they don't provide a neutral consideration for both genders. Ask me why. Ask me why. You see, yes, you're empowering women. We are talking about affirmative actions that are empowering women. What about that boy child who needs help? What about that boy child who is needy somewhere? It will bring that backlash. It will bring a negative energy towards women. And do you think our country will move when there's conflicts between men and women? Never. 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 I think I stole it all. Thank you.
I hope I'm audible. If you'd allow me to interject with erudite asperity to what our proposers are saying. First of all, they're saying that men are excluded from the affirmative programs that women are benefiting from. And I'd ask you, from the eons of Adam and Eve up to now, women have always had the lower hand. And if you'd let me, if you're a historical person, manipulate Karl Marx's theory of immiseration, an anthropological philosophy, which says the rich continue getting richer while the poor continue getting poor. For instance, women, if you say that the men are undermined, and okay, I want you to picture this in your mind. Here, there's a scale. The men are up here and the women are down here. If we empower the women, we will raise the women up to the point where the men are, and after that, we can now raise the both of them in order to attain financial inclusivity. But if you are saying we take both the men and the women, we raise the skills of the men and we'll raise the skills of the women, there'll always be that gender pay gap, there'll always be that vacuum there, which will never be filled up. Because the men have always had the upper hand, and you also know this. My fellow second speaker said that women are voiceless. No, that is not true. She also said that they are parasites. Maybe her, and if she's lazy, also maybe her. I'd like to quote a famous person. She is known as Malala Yousafzai. She said that we cannot succeed if half of us are held back. Then my fellow proposers are saying that we need to raise both the genders. How will that happen? According to Catalyst, McKinsey and Corporations 2018 issue on Women Matter, it stated that about 65.89% of the firms who included women and gave them an equal opportunity to men in the industry have had an upper hand and have had advantages and have also realized high profit margins because they're including the women who bring in their diverse aspects from life and their diverse skills. Another example is here in Kenya. There's a lady known as Jennifer Riria. Jennifer Riria is the Group CEO, Eco Network, and founding member of the Kenya Women Finance Trust, KWFT. Jennifer Riria has had opportunities because of these positive affirmative actions for women. And because of that, she has been able to raise up women. Okay, I'm about to finish. I'd like to quote Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou said that each time a woman stands up for herself without knowing it, possibly without claiming it, she stands up for all women. Therefore, I will oppose the motion that affirmative action programs are detrimental to attaining financial inclusivity. Thank you.
A mother, an elder sister, your youngest sibling who is a girl. These are just examples of women in the society today. Affirmative action programs designed, I would like to ask my opponent, because we were excluding men because these are designed for women only, not for men. Affirmative action programs are detrimental to our financial society today. I am Karemi Christabel Safari from Sacred Heart Ngararia Girls. When these affirmative action programs, such as NGOs, have set aside a certain amount of money year after year to empower us as women. But do you know what women do? Do you know? No, you don't. This woman will develop a mentality that, why should I work and after a certain amount of time, I will get this amount of money in my bank account? Why should I go and slave out there while I'll still get money even when I don't slave? This will also make the woman feel superior to the man, because when the woman is assisted by these programs, she'll have this mentality that, I am higher than this man. I get a lot of money than this man who is seated here next to me. Why should I listen to him? He's not important to me. These programs, about 70% of women are in some sort of affirmative action programs. If you check in the world today, about 70% of them are in these programs. And if you look at the women, have they helped the society today? No, they haven't helped. Because when this woman gets the money, she'll feel like, I do not need to do anything else. So the woman will deteriorate herself. She'll stop working. She'll just stay at home and feel like, I have this amount of money. There's nothing else I need to do. Yes, these programs also lead to backlash and domestic violence. Because when the woman refuses to listen to what the man will say, she'll develop a mentality that, why should I do this? And it will lead to separation of families, because the woman will not be able to listen to the husband, and the husband is not able to listen to the woman because he also has this mentality that he should be the man of the house. I propose the motion that says affirmative action programs designed for women deteriorate our financial society today. Thank you.
Meh. Let's get straight to the point. Let me loosen my tie to symbolize the loose ends on your points. These women in the society are a pillar to all of us. She said we exclude the men by helping the women. Let's start. Men are way better, and I know because I'm a man, and it's not a perspective that men are better. We work hard and we strive hard. So once these women find the funding, they come to level with us, and there'll be no separation in families because a morally raised woman knows to respect her husband, despite of the fact that the man brings less money to the home or more. So this will bring equality. Both of them contribute. Now, I'll give you a short monologue of a girl called Jerry. I want to be like her. She's powerful. She's bringing inclusivity in the society today. She's brought our economy here. I want to be like her. Wangari Maathai, I admire you. So, this woman, Wangari Maathai, she gained from the affirmative programs brought by Thomas Joseph Mboya, Students Airlift, where she became the first PhD holder in Africa. That was a woman. And once this woman gets into leadership, she brings pervasive roles. She brings different ideas on how we can grow the economy. And how is the economy grown? The ideas that she'll provide will help both the men, the minorities, because their work, their function occupations, they're such occupations that the disabled can also do. So you saying that this woman can do anything but help, you actually called the women. Women don't help in the society. Your mothers raised you. Now, when these women become leaders, they bring the role model effect, where we see younger girls aspiring, like mine, Jerry, aspiring to be her. And these aspirations brought by the girls make them to do courses that belong to a male-dominated industry, where I find mine, Jerry, doing engineering. And how is that helping? She's bringing economy. She's expanding the pool of talent in the economy today, people. Mine Jerry will help other people to gain money because once she does well in engineering, she hires people. And the men will also come in. The disabled can work as their secretaries. Isn't that including everyone in the society? Well, another point. Let me just quote an example of an exemplary female leader, Michelle Obama. No country can truly ever flourish if it stifles the potential of its women, depriving the contribution of half of it. So how will our population develop if we're declining our women from helping us? Let's fund the women. Just to quote Beyonce Giselle Knowles, who run the world? Girls. Thank you.
To sum it all up, my opponent, your idea is right. However, you said men work hard. Women depend on these affirmative programs for their well-being. I don't wish to say women should have power over men. They should have power over themselves. With these these action programs, women can have a voice. Women can have a say in this society. So think twice, my opponents, and see the actual benefits of this motion. Motion, I'm trying to say. You said about Wangari Maathai. Wangari Maathai. Yes, Wangari Maathai. She started that action program of hers, of women stripping naked. What do you think, what kind of picture does that have towards other women, towards our youth today, towards our children? Thank you.
You've just said the women will have their own voice. The women should have their own voice. Yet, a few minutes ago, you just called them voiceless. Look at the hypocrisy being brought by women. Women being against fellow women. Is that the misogynistic society that we want to raise today? I will just close by saying, boys and girls, adjudicators, and other people in this room, please support us in opposing this motion that affirmative programs are detrimental to financial inclusive society. Lewis Peter, a paragon of the epitome of excellence, Baricho Boys High School. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate both teams for the submissions. I think it was quite an interesting one listening to the tables. I felt like the debate started really picking up, especially towards the end. It was beginning to become more interesting. So thank you so much for that. That's one of the essence of really having debate, that we want to also get engaged on it. So thank you so much, especially towards the ending and all the speakers. I won't go to the details of each speaker because I know my colleagues will do that. But I just want to address the motion. The motion saying that affirmative action programs designed to specifically empower who? The women. It was actually an interesting one to see the women opposing this. But I like actually what you're saying, that, hey, we can stand on our own, leave us alone. Why are you trying to help us? You know? I thought it was going to be a hard one for you to oppose yourselves. But anyway, the opponents as well used that to your weakness. That look at you opposing yourselves. Anyway, it was still fine. But my only concern is this. Of all the examples you gave, which were correct, the last part of the motion is to achieving a financially inclusive society. Not balanced society, not whatever's, all those kind of things. It's financially inclusive society. So your examples needed to lean more towards what are these things that are happening that are bringing either an imbalance towards financial inclusive society in achieving that. Are we together? So I felt, yes, you had great examples. Most of them were not really centering on the motion of the day, which has a part to do with financial literacy and inclusivity in the society. So I think you want to check on your utilizations of time. Sarah, one of the biggest penalty that I know across the judges' table was because you left with a lot of time left, and we wondered, why did you go? All right? So you want to utilize your time very well. And I think one more thing I could say to someone like Zenak. I think Zena, you stood. I felt like you're very confident, all right? For your team, it was a good start. And you have that's a good way. That's a good debater. And keep going on, because it speaks of what you are. So women can stand on their own. But you spoke about women becoming parasites and all those kind of things. I just want to tell this across the teams, that every time you give submissions, you want to give your evidence. Evidence is the starting point of any argument in debate. So you don't want to feel like you're just speaking things for hearsay. For example, Samuel, who was a great speaker, listen to what he told me, that there was a debate on who makes a great leader, and the women won. Do you remember you telling us that? But the question is, where was that debate? Is it in your village or where? So there was no evidence. You get it? Eh? So it could be any hearsay here and there. So anytime you're giving us submissions to support your points, you want to tell us where and give us those particular examples, because anybody can say anything, all right? So you want prove yourself. Marcus, well done. I think I heard you well, speak well. As a speaker, good examples. But you also give the example of the Jennifer. Remember the Jennifer example? The question was, where is that opportunity, especially when it comes to financial inclusion, and where did it happen? So I just hope we could dig deeper by giving evidence and really focusing on the motion part on financial inclusive society.